Hello, my friends. I wanted to take a moment to welcome all of the new people here. You have no idea how much it means to me that each of you are coming along this journey with me. I started making videos when I lived in what was a dream home of mine in the country. It was such a beautiful home where we did lots of projects around the house and the land. Then, in October of last year, even though we loved where we were, we had an intuitive knowing that it was time to leap into the unknown. We were interested in van life, but we didn't know if we would really like the lifestyle, and we also wanted to challenge ourselves to travel as simple and minimalistically as we could. So we packed up our life, packed up our Volvo station wagon, and jumped into full-time travel, adventure, and car life. Oh yeah, and we're traveling with our two cats, Lily and Bodhi. This journey has become a pilgrimage of sorts, without much logic or linearity to it. We don't know what the future holds. And so for now, we're happily on this grand adventure, and it's completely changed our lives. We finally now have an idea of what's coming next. Our final destination is going to be Austin, Texas, which is where we're going to be doing a house sit. We need to see my mom and Hannah to stop by our storage unit and check our mail on our way south. And we gave ourselves a day or two in each place. And so we set off on our 2,300 kilometer journey south. We left Wyoming and the Teton Mountains, crossed through Utah, and entered Colorado for our first stop on our journey, my best friend Hannah's house. Again.
There she is. Oh, the tiny blue house. Look at it. It's too hot. It's so hot.
Really? We'd have to get a really good tiny AC unit.
Tiny AC unit.
Hannah and I both have our birthdays in July, so Noel and I got a little cake for a belated joint birthday celebration. It was so hot that day. There was nothing for us to do but to lay on her floor. We watched a show together, and then we did what I think is one of the most special but seemingly unremarkable things that humans can do together, which is just be together.
Oh my god, it's raining.
Late that afternoon, a storm blew in. And if you've ever been in a storm like this, you know it's one of those incredible nostalgic moments where the light and the wind and the rain and all of it together just feels so alive. And when you stand in it, you feel so alive. We all went outside together, and it was such a special and magic moment. And I don't know what it was about it, but I could feel the subtle energy shift in the earth. That high summer was over, and late summer had begun. The next morning, we found ourselves sitting once again on the floor and having the deep kind of heart-to-heart conversations you can really only have with people who are closest to you. That afternoon, Hannah left for work. We said our see you next times, and we packed up and set off for the next stop on our journey.
Are you guys ready? Here we go. Look at you, Bubba. Aww.
My sunglasses have broken, which is very unfortunate when you live on the road. This is my second pair of these, and the first pair broke the exact same way. But the funny thing is it actually works for me quite well, because it doesn't look good. I look a little crooked. But when do I not look a little crooked? I feel like I'm a little crooked kind of person. But I tend to get headaches whenever I have anything on my head, or if I'm wearing sunglasses that are like squeezing my temples or anything. So this is it works. Like, I can wear them for longer periods of time without it giving me a headache. What do you know?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk? Not me. Not I. No, no.
This was a relatively easy travel day for us, since our next destination was only about a 3-hour drive. It's really pretty.
You got a Bubba? It's so nice not having to deal with mosquitoes. Well, did you find a spot? Are you rolling in the dirt?
Gotta pull out my bird app, find out what birds those are. So Noel didn't sleep well last night. Like, really didn't sleep well. And so he's still sleeping this morning. We're out of water because we ran out of time to go to the spring last night. I don't have any water for breakfast or for coffee, but I am determined to get to this river somewhere over here. I think I found a way, finally. Well, maybe not. Oh no. It's like right there, but there's all this shrubbery. There's gotta be a way. I wonder if this is like a deer path. Oh, so much easier. Oh, larkspur. Yeah. I think I found it. Yay. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes! Yay! Oh, I found the water! I'm happy. Admiring all the different types of grass. I've never seen that before. There's a huge orb weaver spider right next to me. I'm so glad I didn't disturb the web. That would have been devastating and also terrifying for me. It's a beautiful spider. Wow. And this is why you have to be so present when you're out in nature and really watch where you're going. Because you have to remember you're sharing a home with so many other creatures.
One of the main questions that we get as a couple living and traveling together in a small car is how do we make that work? And one part of the answer to that question is that you have to be very intentional with taking time to do some things that fill your cups separately. So on this day, that meant that while Noel went rock climbing, I headed into the small town to get some work done. The reason we came here was to see my mom, and over the next few days, we split up our time between working, taking time and space that we needed, and spending time with her. On the morning of our third day here, a forest fire was started by lightning, and it was incredibly close to where we were. It really shifted the energy of things, and that sort of served as a nudge for us to adjust our timeline a little bit.
So today's the 27th. We want to get there on the 31st. We don't know how long it'll take us to get our stuff out of the storage unit that we want to grab.
We decided that we actually needed to leave that morning, both because it's just what felt intuitively like the right thing to do, but also because it felt like it made more sense just to give ourselves more time and space around the other things that we needed to do at our next destination. And while I really didn't want to say goodbye to my mom, we needed to be on our way.
Thank you.
All you can. You get older and it gets better.
Take care of
Have a good
yourself.
one.
If you've watched some of my other videos since we've started this adventure, then you will recognize this place. This is the land I was born to, the mountains that raised me, the sky that breathed life into my soul. If there's anything I intimately know in this life, it's that the earth and nature are the most sacred living things that I know. And certain places for me are like hallowed grounds of a temple, where all of the elements are teachers or friends. And when I come to them or return to them, it's like the essential nature communes with my bones, my heart, and my spirit. It's as mythic of a lived experience as it is tangible and material, and it transcends human conceptions of belonging, nationality, or ethnicity. I don't think I can put into words what was evoked for us this time returning here. But if you can be quiet enough as you watch this, maybe you can sense it. So we made it to the storage unit again. This is probably 4th or 5th time coming here since getting on the road that we've had to come to the storage unit. It's one of the things about being in a car is that you don't have a ton of storage space. So as the seasons change, I'm going through all of my clothes right now. Get rid of things that I know I'm not gonna wear because where we're going is hot. Hot, 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 hot. So hot. Yeah, and it's kind of nice because since we're doing a house sit, how we pack, like what we bring and how we pack is a little bit different. Yay. Anyway, so that's what we're doing today. And then actually Noel is going to be doing the spark plugs on our car since he has access to all of his car tools. And we got here super early so that, because it's supposed to be like 90 degrees today. So gotta get moving. Okay, so right in here is some seed, which means that there's probably mice in there.
We might have to throw away that bed.
Not all of it, but it depends. I mean, oy vey. Okay, so the really good news is like none of these have, there was some mouse poop, but nothing that I'd be like,
Need to get rid of it.
we need to get rid of it. I feel bad though, this mouse put all of my stores. I don't know what to do because I can't kill mice. I would never use poison. So I guess it's just part of what you have to deal with. So Noel took off and left me here. I'm kidding. He had to go to the bathroom. So he literally just like was like, Gabrielle, I have to go. Sorry, Noel. It's so funny. But bonus is he's gonna pick us up some pastries and some coffee. So I'm still just going through all of my clothes. It was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. We got here and we were like, oh my gosh, I wish we wrote a list of the things that we think we might want. Because now that we're here, it's just like, I feel like I'm drawing a total blank. I joked that you left me.
The look on your face when I drove away was kind of like, when I came back, goodies.
Yeah! Thank you so much. Well, I'm like almost done actually.
Okay. Too much.
No, it's so good. What do we think of this look? I haven't worn a bandana since I was the early 2000s. Oh, it's so hot. I'm so glad we got started as early as we did. Will, how'd you get in there? It's really interesting going through all of my old clothes. Not old clothes, but just all my clothes. Because so much of it just feels like a different person. It's also just so wild to think that our entire life, you know, fits in this little box. And that all of this stuff has just been sitting there for, what is it, 10, 11 months now. It's interesting to see what people hold on to and why we held on to what we held on to. It's just such a stark contrast in thinking and in approach to how I think about what material things I keep close to me and what I prioritize and what I would store, you know, living on the road. It's just completely different.
Effective date, July. So
That's the new card. But sometimes being an adult and like you realize you've been doing something wrong and you're just like, how am I alive? And that has the registration in it right now. Throw all that away. Okay, so we went to the storage unit.
We went to this, yeah.
We got our mail. I feel like we're forgetting something. But yeah, I don't know why in my head I saw us staying here for another night. But now that I think about it, it's like...
I'd rather stay up in this mountain somewhere it's cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the spark plugs. Andiamo!
The next stop on our journey south had us passing through the little village where we used to live, where we were for 4 years, where all of this started, and we found ourselves turning off the road to stop. We just sat in front of the little local co-op, the old-timers that would sit out front and share stories and town gossip every single day were there. And we watched old neighbors and friends as they came and went from the store, almost always stopping to chat and say hi to one another. It was really emotional. We went and got a snack and then went to the little charity shop just like old times.
$9.50.
And then we drove past our old house. I'm not gonna lie, even recording this now, it makes my heart ache a little bit. And there were a lot of tears that day. But that's just, I guess, part of the deepening process. It was such an interesting moment, filled with a mixture of gratitude and sadness, ache, but also relief.
We made it to the spot. It's a parking lot. But it's really nice. And Lil's happy. Lil, don't get tangled now. You're already tangled. Go, bunny. Oh, it feels so good. It's like, it's like 30 degrees cooler up here? I was feeling really tired from doing so many errands in town. And I'm not kidding, as soon as we got up here, and yes, it is a parking lot, but there's so much nature and forest. I like immediately feel better. And I don't feel tired anymore. Hey guys! Look at all the yarrow. Oh, I love yarrow.
Help me out. Yeah. What do you think?
So we woke up this morning and we were all excited to go. All excited to have a day, go get our favorite coffee from our favorite coffee shop in town and get some work done. And all of these people blocked us in. Like, and it looks like there was a space right, I have no idea, but it looks like there was a space right here because of how wide it is. And this Tesla took up 2 spots. If they would move over a little bit, we could get through right here. So we're here until further notice. Oh my God, somebody moved. We're going. All right, we're free. Hey. Oh, I'm so happy that I was planning for like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Hey, we get to go to our favorite coffee shop, even though Noel made beautiful cups of coffee. I'll get a decaf.
Yeah! Oh, buddy girl! Come here! Oh, you're doing so good. Oh my god, she's so cute. Yeah, come here. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yum.
You got skull.
Yeah.
Muffin and skull.
Like skull. Skull.
Pretty much the entire time that we've been on the road, we've avoided cities. We've been in the mountains or the valleys, by streams or forests. So this felt like entering a whole new universe. We were to be here a month, and while we thought we knew, we had no idea what was in store for us.
Did we make it? Are we here?
I'm sorry, I'm so
Oh my gosh, I haven't felt gimmicky in years.
The combination. I mean, this is the.
Wow. Oh, it's so cold. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so cold. Oh, my feet are frozen. Oh my god. We need to eat like our first dinner about now, and then we need a second dinner at like 8. Yeah.
And then in between lunch and supper is snacks.
We're like hobbits. Biting flies. Ow! Excuse you. It's very dusty in there.
So I just called O'Reilly's to see if they recycle spark plugs. But as we were hanging up the call, I said, have a good night. It's 10:45 in the morning. Yeah, he was probably late.
Indoor skydiving?